Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome to episode 4 of RimWorld. Let's get going here right off the bat. Excellent. So, last time we captured Scotty in the first raid, which is always an easy raid. It's always only ever one person. And actually I do want to talk about that a little bit in a moment. We also got started on what's going to be the prison, so we're not using the freezer for that, because that's terrible. Not a nice thing to do, especially once we actually get power and, you know, it gets a little bit frosty in there. Specifically, I want to mention about the first raid and difficulty. It's something I've been thinking about, and I actually had a comment just yesterday about it as well. The difficulty setting. Currently, I have set to pretty easy, simply because A, I'm kind of rusty at the game, and B, I don't know any of the DLC stuff, but the person did mention that it probably still is going to be too easy, and they may very well be right. What I'm planning to do is I'm going to wait until the first actual real raid, i.e. one where it's not just guaranteed a single person, and see how it goes. If I absolutely annihilate that raid, then I'm going to bump skill setting up, and if we just kind of barely hang on, then I'm going to leave it as it is, but we'll wait and see. The other thing I want to mention was I made a wee change to the configuration. You'll notice here the UI scale is set to something you can't actually set it to. I had to do that because before, if you recall, whenever I tried to look at any of these larger windows, they were cut off and then you couldn't see the top of the screen. So you can't fix it with conventional weaponry, but it can be fixed. Anyway, so let's get going here. What else was I going to do? There was something else. Oh, right, the stockpile. That is all completely moved over, so this one can now go. We don't need it anymore. I guess we just delete it, yep. Which in turn means we can reduce the priority on this one. Come here, please. Thank you. And that means all the food stuffs here can get moved up to the freezer, which is exactly what we want. Actually, what I think I'll do, I'll leave that normal, just make sure this is preferred. It does the same job, but then it doesn't risk interfering with these low priority ones that we're going to have out here. There we go. That makes more sense. Perfect. Okay, now I think we're good. We can speed the time up a bit. Let them have their sleep. In fact, we can go to speed 3 while they're doing that. There's no need for us to sit here and watch while they sleep. Because that's, well, A, it's creepy, but mostly it's kind of boring, so. Zoom, 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 zoom. So to bring us all back up to speed, we're currently researching power stuff, currently the solar panel. When that's done, I'm probably going to go straight into geothermal, because there's 2 of those quite nearby. And we definitely want to get this freezer going, we want to get the stove going, like we need power stuff, so. We definitely want Kira working on that. And yes, our rat meat has rotted away. I don't call that much of a loss. Mel is still training the dog. It should be just about done guard duty. That'll be helpful. That'll help in Zed raid, I guess. Excellent. And what is Dips doing? Oh, replanting the rice. Excellent. Okay, so everybody's doing well. Is anybody paying attention to you? You are set to convert. But is anybody actually doing so? Okay, yes, it is happening. It's very slow probably, but it is happening. Excellent. That means my priorities aren't completely utterly messed up, but I'm always worried about that. Unless I actually see them doing stuff, I always think that I've got something messed up, so. That's totally cool. So our batteries are in. Obviously they can't be powered yet. They're not hooked up to anything, but they are at least in, ready to go. Awesome. You are now on conversion, right? Yeah. Okay, so it's dropping 10-11%. So probably, all things being equal, approximately 5 more times we'll be able to get him converted, and then we can start working on trying to actually recruit him, which would be very good, because as you recall, he's going to be an excellent backup researcher, backup doctor, backup crafter, and while I'm probably not ever going to put him into much fighting, could stand back and shoot. That'd be totally fine, but I definitely will not be putting him into melee. He's a genie, so he is terrible up front, which is probably why we defeated him so easily when he came. Awesome. Did Did you seriously build that without moving the rocks out of the way? I'm not sure if I should be disappointed or impressed. Either way, we're going to want those out of here, thanks. I don't think we want to be cooking with granite. That does not sound like plan A to me. Yeah, let's get that sarcophagus out of the way. Has anyone ever... There you go, repairing that extra table. Excellent. Yeah, so things are coming along nice at the base here. 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝗀𝗀 should be giving us a lot of beauty, which should help keep them happy. And we are finally starting to dig into what will be the prison. Marvelous. Yeah, I'd say things are going well, which I basically guaranteed myself something bad's about to happen, but so be it. We are almost done this research. And we have plenty of metal and a fair number of components, so we'll be able to build a couple of solar panels, no problem. We are definitely going to need more components sooner than later, but not immediately. I don't remember how many components a solar panel takes, but I don't think it's very many. I think it's like 2 or 3 or something. It's not that bad. And I guess while we're waiting for her to finish out, we should decide where they're going to be. Probably maybe over here? Because then we can basically naturally blend all the power together. This one's always going to be a fair bit of wiring, but we can at least blend this group in all together. And I guess we can actually start on the wiring part, so it's already in place and ready to go. So what we'll do is we'll just use the existing walls for the most part. Let's cut across there. There we go. So that should be close enough for the stove and the cooler, batteries, and then I'll wait till the actual solar panels are in to wire them up, of course. Awesome. And they are sleeping again already. They blew through that whole day awfully fast. We're going to get a fair bit of steel out of that, which is good. That was the uranium. It was here. That was the compacted machinery. So it's not too far away. We do run out. There's not going to be a ton up here, but there's a fair number. Actually, there's a fair number up here as well. This will be all right. There we go. Okay. So right off the bat, we want to get research back going again. I would like geothermal. I know it's a very slow one, but it's a very, very good one. But in the meantime, let's get a couple of solar panels going here. Oh, okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. Not going to worry about that right now. Let's just say maybe here and here. I think 2 will do for a start. Okay. And yes, I don't think I mentioned it because I don't think I knew about it up until just recently, but apparently that is our anima tree. We are not overly worried about that yet, but that's something we'll probably get into a little later. All right. Okay, solar panel the first is in. Batteries are charging. Wonderful. So, because he's still in here, I don't want to put the temperature... I usually put these around -9. That's going to be way too cold for him, but I don't see any reason why we can't at least reduce the temperature, so at least these will be refrigerated, if not actually frozen. So they'll last longer, and we should hopefully have this guy done by then, or at the very least, have a new prison to put him in long before that happens. Starvation? Why are you not eating? Why are none of you eating? We have plenty of... Oh! Because... Okay. So that is entirely my fault. Because this counts as a prison, colonists don't think they're allowed anything that's in here, which means they don't think there's any food. Right. Okay. Temporarily then, we are going to have to move the food over here. Not ideal, but that will at least get them going. And in fact, why don't you... That was Kira. Yeah, no, it's not reserved for prisoners anymore, thanks. Dips, you go and have one as well. And then we're just going to go ahead and pick them all up and manually move them over here. There we go. Okay. There you go, guys. You have food again. And clearly, my prioritization does not override the priority of a prisoner having full access. I guess this also means if we are raided or get, infection or a flu or something, they're also going to think they have no medicine, so that's also going to potentially be a problem. But again, hopefully we have this part all sorted out before that happens. We shall see. How is your certainty? Oh, it's not bad. It's down to 31%. Good, that's not that bad. Solitary night, you say? Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is an honor quest to get somebody down the Empire path, like towards the royalty DLC, basically. So, I'm more than happy to take on a manhunting shih-tzu. I think we can handle one dog. The question of the day is, who is going to be our first psychic? That is an excellent question I didn't really think about. Who would we want to have psychic powers? Excellent question. Nobody really jumps out at me as specifically good or specifically bad. I think it might be Dips. Although, as I recall, the upper levels of royalty start making them not want to do certain jobs, and I'm pretty sure plants and construction are on them, so maybe Mel would actually be better. Because her thing is more animals and crafting, but Scotty will be taking over crafting, so she's really just going to be animals, and I'm pretty sure that royals will still do that, so I'm thinking it's going to be Mel. So yes, we will take that quest. If I remember where quests live, there. And we will accept as Mel. Okay, so we need to keep this guy safe. So why don't we have him run straight inside? Okay, so you're down there. We will have everybody else. Get up, get ready. Here we go. Like I say, I'm not super worried about this. I think we're going to manage it just fine. Assuming we can hit it. Which apparently was far more difficult than it should have been. How badly injured were you? Oh, just a couple scratches, you'll be alright. Well, there we go, we survived another terrifying attack. I guess you don't need to be drafted anymore, you're safe to just kind of wander around, do whatever you're doing, and we're just waiting for your shuttle to arrive. Right, you won't eat because you're too important, and apparently will not eat anything pig either. Interesting. Well, don't matter, you're not staying long enough. You are in fact leaving right now. Plunk. Hello, shuttle. Goodbye, 𝗏𝗁𝗲𝗃. It was so nice for you to join us. And get out. Okay, there we go. Excellent. And you are now officially capable of a promotion. I don't see any reason whatsoever we don't just do that right away. We're not in any immediate danger. There's no raid happening right now. So as far as I'm concerned, we can just go ahead and do it. Is that everybody? I guess so. Okay. What was it I did again? It's all great. I thought I had to actually click something to tell them to do it, but maybe I don't. Guess we'll find out in a minute. I don't know, guess we'll find out. I'm sure anyone who's actually been playing this... Oh, okay, I had to wait for you to officially arrive inside. Fair enough. Yeah, everybody can be there. No, apparently everybody except Kira. Okay, well I guess you miss out. So be it. Why did you never... Okay, so we'll have to fix that in a minute too. So you're not just standing there bleeding like an idiot. Actually, you're fantastic as a doctor. Why don't you just self-tend? There's absolutely no reason whatsoever you should be standing there bleeding. Because that's just silly. A bit. Apparently takes quite a while to turn somebody into a psychic. Who knew? Hey, there we go. Okay. So they're all happy with that. Fantastic. And you are officially a yeoman. Good enough. So what did you get? Stun. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm actually quite good with that. That will definitely help when we get attacked. Excellent. A ninja that can stun people is a very scary prospect. I didn't notice your qualities are pretty good. So hopefully you don't get an infection. Alright. How are we doing over here? Oh, we're about half done. It's not bad. There we go. That's a bit easier. Get some of that junk out of the way. Or if maybe, I mean, it is grand. I was sitting here thinking maybe 1 square thick might prisoners might be able to bash out, but that is still granite. That will still take them an awfully long time, so they're still almost certainly going to want to just try and break through the door. So I might actually make it a granite door. It'll be slower to open and close, but it'll be definitely far more secure. That sounds like a good plan to me. I wonder if I should actually double door it. That's like, that might be overkill. Yeah, that's probably overkill. And spacecraft's chunks, they can stay there. We are not desperate for materials yet, so there's no point in digging them out and having them decaying. Why? Okay. Right, because I mucked up the priorities again. Right, so here's what we're going to do. Preferred to both. Kira, if you would be so kind, please, as to come in here. Pick these up, please. I can't be mad at them. This is 100% my fault, so... If it was the other way around, of course, I'd be terribly angry at them, but... Anyway. Go ahead and drop. Fantastic. And with the priorities the same here and here, they shouldn't feel any compulsion to move them again. Okay. And Mel will need meditation time. Don't think I wanted this to be a huge priority, so I'll just start with 2 hours for now. It's probably not enough, but it'll do for now. Do I have to tell her to use this, or will she do that herself? I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the DLC stuff yet, so I know a little bit from what I've watched with other YouTubers, but this is my first time actually playing it, so mistakes will be made. Mistakes will definitely be made. Well, in either event, I think we're running pretty short on time for today, so I think we're going to call it there. So thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye now.